BrightlingSource.com here, and the watch I'm reviewing today is a U-Boat Thousands of Feet limited edition chronograph. The Thousands of Feet watches from U-Boat were sort of their one of their not their first lines, but one of their second or third lines of overly large, sort of funky looking instrument watches that they put out after their initial line was, I guess, fairly successful at the time with their flight deck. The Thousands of Feet is a little bit more of a sort of Bell and Ross takeoff, and actually resembles some of the other watches from Italo Fontana, releasing under the Welder name. So, as his Welder line of watches, this kind of resembles like a welder, actually, in my mind, with that sort of sandwich style there, with the Space Invader style numbers. Reminds me a little bit of the Breitling outer bezels, the current bezels that they're using in their watches. So this is a PVD version of the Thousands of Feet chronograph. The Thousands of Feet model is generally a hand wind model. This one is a limited edition chronograph. It's pretty cool because it's numbered 149 in this case, but also has a sapphire crystal here that you can actually see the movement, the value inside there, the ETA value 7750, and then you can see it through the back there. The crystal, the sapphire crystal is darkened. It's like tinted, so it looks sort of dark in there, but you can see the movement. It makes you think the movement's actually dark, but it's not. I don't believe it is, because when you look through here you can see that it's not darkened. It's just the glass that's tinted to give you that impression. And I believe the Thousands of Feet manual wine versions also have stripes on them and all sorts of stuff, kind of like this here, just to spice up the look of the watch. So another thing about this watch here is that the Thousands of Feet chrono here is that it is a destro or left-hand version. So you're over here for your crown on the left-hand side. This is a 50mm watch from U-Boat. Pretty chunky case, very flat case. It's got the same strap that they were putting on the flight decks. PVD buckle. 100-meter water resistance. Oh no, this one's a 50-meter water resistance. Made in Italy, like all the U-Boat stuff. And I think this even has a it even specifies the steel, which is 316L on it. And yeah. And oh, sorry, no, it says a 100 meter water resistance. I thought that was 100-meter water resistance. I thought 50 meters there. It's actually 50mm overall diameter. So it actually has the size of the watch specs on the back. You don't even need the specs. It's all written on the back, including the diameter. So let me throw this on here. So that's how it looks like on the wrist here. It's a pretty chunky watch. I've got other watches, like the other flight decks at 50mm somehow don't work quite as big as this, and even the Glycine Airman 7 Crosswise at 53mm somehow wears smaller than this. But this has a sort of a neat look to it. It's a very well crafted watch. I think they do a good job with their cases, generally speaking. I do like what they're doing in terms of trying to achieve their look. I really wish they would put more effort into making sort of designing, at least finishing their movements and then certifying their movements and timing their movements, and doing a better job there instead of ending up like an overpriced fashion watch brand, which is kind of the direction that they've been heading. However, this Thousands of Feet watch is pretty cool. I like the styling on it. It's a little bit more industrial than the Bell and Ross stuff. A little bit more like the welder stuff, but you know, crafted to a higher level of higher level of finish and higher standard on the cases. Better, I think the cases on these are better than the welder cases, which is nice. So I hope you guys enjoy this review, and have a good one. It's the U-Boat Thousands of Feet Limited Edition Chronograph.